now that it's official, to the A's organization and every single person part of it, I love all of you. Every single one of you except for one guy. We all know who that guy is.
Trevor May, a longtime pitcher in Major League Baseball, retired recently and let loose on Oakland Athletics owner John Fisher, the heir to the clothing brand Gap. May played for the A's last season, one of the most tumultuous years in franchise history.
Sell the team, dude. I tried to get a sell shirt. It didn't get here fast enough. Sell it, man. Let someone who actually takes pride in the things they own something. There's actually people who give a about the game. Let them do it.
This is the strong consensus amongst A's fans.
John Fisher, you're not a real estate guy, man. You're not. You've been trying for 20 years. I've seen it do it with Lou Wolf. You failed in Fremont. You failed in San Jose. You failed in Oakland. You can't get it done. You're in Vegas fighting through the Senate, fighting through the Assembly. You're with this. I've read the model. The model says there's going to be average 27,000 fans. You know it's bullshit. I know it's bullshit. You're not going to make money in the 44th largest TV market in the country. It's not realistic. If you would put the money into the team here, it is a much more valuable product in Oakland, California than it is in Las Vegas, Nevada with the regional sports network setup. You know it, I know it. You're just looking to flip the team. You want to get the deal, sell it to a Vegas businessman. Sheldon Adelson's dead. You can't sell it to him, man.
And ripped his past business dealings. Though because of the fortune he was born into, Fisher cannot fail financially.
Take mommy and daddy's money somewhere else, dork. And also, if you're gonna just be a greedy, own it. There's nothing weaker than being afraid of cameras.
This is a warranted shot at Fisher, who notoriously avoids any and all interviews. As a matter of fact, he hadn't done an interview since '05, when he bought the team. Up until August of 2023 with NBC Sports Bay Area Noteworthy, he clearly requested the interview not be aired in video. Thus, the network took photos, used images to tell the story of the interview, and transcribed his words, which were read on screen by a presenter.
So that's one thing I really struggled with this year, was not just eviscerating that guy. Do what you're going to do, bro. You're whatever. You're a billionaire. They exist. You guys have all this power. You shouldn't have any because you haven't earned any of it. But anyway, whatever. It is what it is. Reality is you got handed everything you have, and now you're too soft to sit and stand in front or take any responsibility for anything you're doing.
Let's pause for a moment. Trevor May, welcome to the resistance.
Yeah, whatever. Oakland is Oakland. You can make all the cases. Oh, it's not a great city. Blah, 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 blah. But you're putting hundreds, if not thousands, of people out of work that have worked somewhere for decades. And you haven't acknowledged that at all.
The San Francisco Chronicle has written, fans have criticized Fisher for gutting the payroll, forcing trades of star players, and raising ticket prices, all leading to a nosedive in attendance at the Coliseum. He has made it difficult to remain an A's fan while making it easier to create a narrative for Major League Baseball and other teams as owners that baseball can't work in Oakland, and that relocation to Vegas is the only right thing.
Just be better. That's all we're asking. Just be a human being.
May would also say the fan base. Say what you want about them. Say whatever. But they are friggin' there. And they are awesome. And they give a bleep about the game of baseball and the players on the field. The fan base is up there with the best fan bases for loving their players. Despite all this stuff, everything you're putting them through, they still supported us. They still were like, we know it's not your fault. We love you. And I want everyone there to know how much that means to us. Seriously, thank you. All I wanted to do was do my best and give you something to enjoy. Fisher, meanwhile, bought the team in 2005 for a mere, because I'll tell you the letter number, $180 million. It is now worth over $1 billion. Per Forbes. On this grand scheme, agendized move to Las Vegas, Nevada, Roger Knoll, Stanford economics professor emeritus and expert on stadium financing, said it'll have a huge effect on the value of the A's. Obviously, getting a subsidy of that magnitude is a good deal. The value of the A's franchise will go way up, maybe double or more. This all goes back to, and I'll get to Knoll's second quote in a second, how taxpayers are screwed. Because every single owner that we have seen over time says, yeah, I want to keep the team here. I'm sympathetic to the fans. But you gotta give me money to build the new stadium. When their net worths are in the billions, these greedy MFers, and this is factual, will always dip their toe into how they can save a buck. And it comes at the expense of the taxpayers. And if the city council or what have you doesn't want to approve this, they then say, how could you do this to the fans? Oh, how greedy of you. The fans deserve better, but we're left with no choice. We have to move to Las Vegas. The fans and the taxpayers are the ones that are screwed time and time again. And every sports economist would tell you they do not add value to the overall production of a city. It's nice to have, but there are better ways to spend those tax dollars than on a brand new scoreboard or another section in a football stadium. The annul once more. It's a reason Vegas is an attractive site. They'd be able to integrate a gambling casino into the stadium. This is the key to all of this. People in the sports industry believe that is going to be the next major source of profitability. Zero cost, and it could be $1 billion in profits. That is major key. Major. The Chicago Cubs, locally, back in Chicago, the Chicago Cubs have gambling inside their stadium. Cincinnati Reds, gambling inside their stadium. Every single park wants to do this, but also being placed in Vegas, they can do it at little to no expense because the laws already allow them to do so. Fisher knows this. He sees the growth. However, another member of this field disagrees with Null. Sports econ professor at Smith College, Andrew Zimbalist, said, I'm not sure Fisher made a smart move here. It's a difficult market, not an extended TV market. With night games, people go to casinos and shows. It might not be easy to capture an audience, especially if Fisher continues to not significantly invest in the team. The fact that they'll play on a 9-acre lot is not encouraging for me. It's not a great place to think about outdoor sports in the summertime, so I'm not optimistic the A's will be financially stronger. There might be an immediate boost. Whether it's sustained is another question. I will end with this. John Fisher has a golden parachute. He was born into wealth. He cannot fail. Any single shortcoming he has, where there have been many, let me be clear about this. There have been many, including his politics, who he supports, the Republicans down the ticket, going against climate activists, going against citizens, going against taxpayers, going against fans, going up against politicians who say, hey, maybe this is the wrong thing to do. He will continue to do whatever he has to do to continue living the life of luxury and privilege. It will just come at the expense of many people.